Welcome to day 86. Today we read Joshua chapters 16 through 18, and the land distribution continues. More tribes receive their territories, more boundaries are drawn, and more cities are listed. At first glance, it still feels like paperwork, but then a small tension quietly shows up in the story. Several tribes still have not taken possession of their land. The territory has been assigned, the promise is there, but they have not actually stepped into it yet. So, Joshua calls them out. He basically asks a very direct question. How long will you wait before taking the land the Lord has given you? And honestly, that moment feels surprisingly modern. Sometimes the hardest part of faith is not fighting enemies. It is moving forward when the opportunity is already in front of us. The promise is there. The path is open. But hesitation sneaks in. Maybe it is fear. Maybe it is comfort. Maybe it is just inertia. Joshua sees that happening and pushes the people to act. He sends out teams to survey the remaining land so it can finally be divided among the tribes who have been lingering on the edge. And the center of all this activity becomes a place called Shiloh. That is where the tent of meeting is set up. In other words, the community life of Israel starts organizing itself around God's presence. That detail matters more than it first appears. Because the land was never meant to be just real estate. It was meant to be life built around God. And that connects pretty directly to normal life now. A lot of us are waiting for the perfect feeling before we step into what we already know God is calling us toward. A conversation we need to have. A responsibility we should accept. A step of obedience that feels uncomfortable. So we delay. But Joshua's question still echoes a little today. How long will you wait? Not in a harsh way, just an honest one. If God has already placed something in front of you, maybe the next step is simply to move. So it might be worth asking yourself today, is there something good God has already given you that you are still hesitating to step into? Say this after me. God, give me courage to move forward when you open the door. Help me trust you enough to step into what you have already placed in front of me. Tomorrow is day 87. The land distribution continues. The Levites receive their cities, and we see how God makes room for everyone in the community. See you tomorrow. Stay steady.